What it do, what it is. It's your girl Taylor.
And it's your girl Money Making Lex in the motherfucking building.
And you are tuned in to another episode of
Women's Intuition. I don't got no rhyme for y'all today, but it's episode 45 and we finna get job, bitch. We live.
We
right?
live. I'm up. I'm awake, y'all, because your girl been down bad. Yeah, I don't know if y'all can hear it in my voice. Hopefully not, but y'all, it's been one of those weeks, and yeah, I have been under the weather, but I feel like this is normal for me around this time of year every year, so I'm not shocked, but it happens, and it's just a coincidence. I'm off this whole week. I'm telling you, everything's just been aligning,
That's great, yeah.
So I just been able to rest and just like really try to get better, try to feel better. I've been doing, every time I talk to people, they're like, did you do this? Have you tried? I'm like, literally anything you can think of, I've tried it. Like,
so how long have you been sick?
I got sick, when I came back from Thanksgiving. So What was that? I came back on that Sunday, I think it was.
Okay.
That following day, I woke up and I was sick as hell. And I think it was because I went to Houston, and usually when I go to Houston, it's like 70 degrees. Bitch, it was like 50 degrees there. So I wasn't really like prepared. I was prepared. Like I brought a coat, I brought, pants. I brought clothes to like dress for the weather. But I wasn't prepared for really how cold it was.
Was y'all like outside?
We was outside.
Oh, okay.
That's really what it was.
We was outside. You should have been in that living room.
Yeah, no. The next day, Houston is like, look like Atlanta. So it's like we can't just not go out. So we definitely went out, and bitch, it was a time. I had a ball. It was worth everything. But when and then the next day I came back, I went walking outside. So it was like double like cold on my chest.
Yeah.
And throughout the week it got worse and worse. So like of day one, like my neck started, my throat was like tingling. So I'm drinking tea. Friday I woke up. It was like death.
Damn.
I couldn't even go to my uncle's funeral. Like I missed the funeral.
Damn.
I had luckily I was able to get a refund on my ticket, but I wasn't able to make the funeral. And for people who know what Cleveland, Ohio is really like in the north, they would be like, bitch, you didn't need to go.
Cold as fuck.
Cold as fuck, snow up to here. Like my mom sent me a video, them scraping the car with snow. It's snow in the car. Like, I was like, I never wanted that life. I never wanted that life. I never wanted to be like, oh, I wish I was living up north. I never said that in my life.
Spoken like a true Georgia girl.
A true Southern bitch ever in my life.
A Southern belle.
So yeah, that's what the fuck I've been up to. My Thanksgiving was amazing this year. It was done right.
Did you make anything?
I did. I made the mac and cheese.
Okay.
Yes, it was amazing. Everything was good.
There's been some discourse about mac and cheese. I've never made mac and cheese. I don't really think I've ever actually watched somebody in the kitchen make mac and cheese. But does an egg go in mac and cheese? Okay, there's people arguing over whether there's supposed to be an egg inside the mac and cheese. Not y'all
eating soupy mac and cheese. That's crazy. The egg makes it the bakey and like the able to scoop it and solid. Without it, it's kind of soupy. It's not really baked mac and cheese. It's not mac and cheese.
So when you add an egg, do you whisk it first and then put it in there, or you just put it in there and then mix it up?
So how I do mine is I create my cheese sauce. You don't.
Oh, is that the roux?
That's what they call right. The roux? So I make my cheese sauce. And it really depends on how I'm feeling. Sometimes I made it on the stove, but usually I do it in the oven. I just get it in the oven. You don't want to put the egg while you're putting it in the oven because it'll scramble.
Oh yeah.
So once it's cooked, the cheese is the whatever you call it, roux, and then I mix it with the noodles. That's when you put the egg in, and then you just kind of stir it up together.
Okay, girl, I'm trying to learn some shit. They was asking. They was like, you need to learn how to do the dressing. Because once they're gone, I don't even eat dressing. I don't want to do the dressing. Give me something else.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. But what I can say is my family is fed the fuck up with cooking, and we've decided that we're about to start going on cruises for Thanksgiving. And at first I was like, hey, but that's not Thanksgiving. But then I realized who said that's not Thanksgiving? Thanksgiving is really an American ass holiday.
What I will say is one year, this was for Christmas though. We did Christmas and I don't know, we were on the beach somewhere. It was a couple years ago. And I must say, even though the house was not, it was great. It was a great time. There were multiple times where we was just kind of damn, this don't feel like Christmas. Yeah. It was nice being on the beach. It was beautiful, but it was damn, this just don't feel like it. So I will say that.
Yeah, I think what I'm gonna miss, I'm not gonna lie, with like if when we do start doing our cruises, because we said we're gonna do one more year here, well in Texas, and then the following year we're gonna do cruises. But I'm like, dang, so we ain't got no Thanksgiving football? Like, I feel like that's like Thanksgiving though. Like you cooking, you got Christmas music playing, you watching football, like we all together as like a family. And even though we're gonna be together as a family, but it's just like the setting, So I'm gonna have to get used to a new tradition. But yeah, how was your things? What?
I want to say when I was on Virgin Voyage, they was at the bar. I remember them playing some kind of sports on the TV.
But it's not, it's not like the same vibe.
Oh, okay, I was about to say, you can get the game.
Yeah, of course, you can watch TV, but it's not the same.
All right.
Yeah, but how was your Thanksgiving?
My Thanksgiving was good. Okay. My family's in Georgia. Went over there, got drunk, played Tipsy Lands, the little viral TikTok game. It was cool. The food was good. We do like a jerk turkey. That was good. Yeah, I don't know, y'all. It was so long ago. I feel like it's been so long ago. But before we really get into what I've been into, you changed the subject too fast. I've been waiting to hear about this Usher concert you went to last night.
Yeah, your girl finally went to go see Usher, and it was amazing. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I haven't seen Usher since back in the day. So like that don't really count. That was when we were like 12. But seeing him live in person, it was good. I had a great time. I went with my family. I went with my mom, bruh. I enjoy the fact that my mom loves doing the same shit that I like doing now. Like whose mom likes to go see Usher with them? Like, bitch, we had my mom taking shots. Like, it was just the experience was just so fun. Like doing stuff like with that stuff like that with my mom. Like, I swear, I'm like, dang, you sleep be on the type of shit I be on. For real. Like, I be in the streets. Like, I swear, when my mom be going out places, like, she go to brunch and stuff like that with her friends. And she be like, have you heard of this spot? And I'm like, no. She be like, you need to go to check out this spot with your friends. And I'm like, how do you be knowing about shit like this? So I be really impressed. But the concert was amazing. They brought out Jeezy, Jagged Edge. Like, it was worth the wait.
Did they have? So I saw him in Vegas, and it's crazy because I went with my aunt. So it's so funny we both went with like adults, matriarchs.
Yeah.
But was it still like strippery?
Oh yeah,
in the stripper. Yeah, I liked that.
Yeah, part. The skates, and he did announce he's going back to Vegas. So I'm excited for that. Yes, we already planning to do that. So I was like, I got but I feel like concert and the residency is like two different experiences, So I got the concert, but I'm like, I definitely want to see that Vegas residency experience. Yeah. So
especially if he's having it in the same hotel, because I'm telling you, there wasn't a such thing as a bad seat in that place.
Yeah,
it was. I don't know. There wasn't a bad seat. But okay, that's good.
Yeah, so I'm excited for that.
Well, back to me. I'm getting back from a work trip. Went to Nashville. We had our little holiday party. It was fun. It was also only the second time that I've ever met my coworkers in the last few months. So there were those times where I was just kind of like, what to talk about? Did you fuck up this time and
embarrass yourself?
No, I did not.
Good.
I did great this time. And it was great. I'm really enjoying this new role that I'm in, where I get to explore these hotels that I research on TikTok, and then I get to decide which one I'm going to make my job pay for. That's been fun discovering these hotels. But other than that, girl, I ain't been up to too much. Let's get into intuition.
Okay.
I feel like we've been catching up for a minute, but my intuition told me to stop texting back this one nigga that I was texting.
Okay, is this like a new nigga?
Yeah, but it was really just, girl, we texted for maybe like 2 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just a couple orange flags to where I was just like,
I can accept orange.
Yeah. Just very annoying. It was.
You want to tell the orange flags or?
Okay, so one of them, I had asked him, and I hate when niggas do this, and I feel like niggas should know this by now. But when you ask a nigga like, why have you been single? Or like, what would you have done different? And somehow they find a way to say like, was not even, something like that, to where they talk about how they were doing so much for their ex. Like, I was doing so much for my ex. Like, I think she started taking advantage, and, so I guess you could say I should have had more boundaries. It's the same as when you go to a job interview and they're like, what's a trait you should work on? And you're like, you know what? I'm almost too on time. Like, I'm almost too punctual.
I'm too dependable.
I'm such a perfectionist that I do everything right. And you're just like, did you just find a way to suck your own dick right now? Like, and then there was another time where we're texting, and when he texted, he said it, but I ignored it, and then he brought it back up on the phone. But we were texting, he said something like, yeah, you know, I'm not like them other niggas who like, what you doing all day, every day? You know, like, I've really been coming with the topics. And he had, but like, I was like, oh, okay. Like,
he said that?
Yeah, but I was just like, okay. But then he said it on the phone again. He's like, yeah, you know, and I want to point out, you know, like, I know you probably used to niggas being like, what you doing all day, every day. But, you know, I really be thinking of stuff to talk about. And I'm just like, oh, you want me to applaud you for swimming right now? Like, you're trying to force me. Like, I appreciate it, but let me see it for myself.
Yeah.
I don't need, like, I don't know. He just kept sucking his own dick. I'm like, nigga, it's not enough left for me.
Because now I feel like you forcing like, are you going online Googling great topics to have?
Right.
Like, 'cause what do you?
Or he has a list like,
right, like, I'm gonna use
I know how this is gonna set me apart from the niggas. Like, just vibe, twin. Like, why the fuck? Like, I just was like, okay, I don't like this. It felt like a character flaw. I'm like, oh, he's gonna really be looking for a lot of applause for just doing normal stuff. Like the niggas who think they're better than everybody because they have a job and don't have a kid. And it's like, well, nigga, like, you're not married. I'm supposed to applaud you for not having a child out of wedlock just because all these other niggas are like, let's raise the bar. Like, so yeah, girl. So my intuition was like, you know what? Stop forcing the conversation. You know, you already are getting the ick. So I left it alone. So.
Okay, well, that's good. I don't really have an intuition just because I just haven't had time to really think. I'll have one for next week.
Okay.
But hopefully my intuition is that I feel fucking better
okay.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I wanted to do this little TikTok. It's a viral TikTok that's been going around, and I thought it would be cute to like do it on the show. Okay. We could probably still like upload it to our TikTok or your TikTok and then just kind of like make it a little video, but it's called We Listen and we don't judge. Okay. I'll go first.
Please. I like when you go first so I can know what level we're starting on.
I mean, mine's is not too crazy, but okay. I'm gonna start here. Okay. We listen and we don't judge. One time I fell asleep on a date.
Oh, me too.
Okay.
We listen and we don't judge. Girl, I was snoring too. Okay. I really love the smell of my dog's breath. No matter how bad it smells, it really calms me. And I'll spend prolonged periods of time where we just put our noses together. And then I match my breath to his. And when he breathes out, I breathe in and vice versa.
We listen but we don't judge. Okay. I hope my mom's not listening to this. But when I was in high school, I would miss the bus on purpose and tell my mom that one of my friends is coming to pick me up from school. And then when she would leave, I would just stay home and skip school.
Damn.
We listen but we don't judge.
Okay. One time I matched with a man on an app, and at the end of our first date / link up, I reached over so I could see if his dick was big, and then I went under his waistband, and then I got a dab of his pre-cum and sucked it off my finger, and it tasted amazing, and then I ghosted him.
We listen and we don't judge. Mine don't have shit to do with yours. Okay. We listen and we don't judge. One time, I actually did a drive-by on a nigga to see if it was a bitch there.
Was there?
No.
We listen and we don't judge. One time I got so horny in college, and I went to school in Albany, Georgia. So it's not like there's a lot of like sex stores there. We just had Spencer's. And so I got so horny, and so I looked up vibrating apps on my phone so that I could put it against my clit and come. We listen and we don't judge.
I have a similar one. So one time I went to the sex store and I got a toy, and I wasn't sure if it worked because one time I got one and it didn't work. So I'm like, let me try it out. And I was at the stop sign and I tried it out and it worked. We listen and we don't judge.
Okay. What's my next one? One time I hooked up with this guy at Albany State. It was like, I know you remember him, but I remember us avoiding him.
Dreadhead?
No.
Okay.
He was like he was a little bigger. So once I hooked up with a guy and we got super drunk off of Remy Martin one night. And when we woke up, I couldn't tell if I had peed the bed or if we were really just sweating that bad, but it was disgusting.
We listen and we don't judge. Okay, I got one more. When I don't want to go on a date or hang with my other friends, I lie and tell them it's one of y'all's birthday.
We listen and we don't judge. Okay, let me take it out. In 8th grade, I lied about my father being Hispanic because I read a book about these black Hispanic girls that spoke Spanglish, and then I would randomly just say Spanglish in an accent sometimes to make it more believable.
We listen and we don't judge.
To this day, some of them think I'm Blaxican.
Blaxican is crazy.
Yeah. So
okay.
That was fun.
Okay, let's get into our first topic. Not dressing to your full potential on a date. So, okay, I was listening to a podcast and it was like a really big situation they were making it, right? The guy went out on like a little date with his girlfriend and his girlfriend just kind of like was not dressed to her full potential. But his thing was when she went on like out with her girls, she wore heels, makeup like flawless, like outfit is like banging. But when they would go on dates, she would wear like tennis shoes, like sweats, hoodies and stuff like that. She wouldn't wear makeup.
I've been guilty of that.
And he kind of like felt a type of way, like for real. He was just like, damn, like why when you go out with your friends, you give 100%, but when you go out with me, it's like you give 50%. And it's like, is that a thing? Like, how do you feel about that? Do you do that?
It's definitely been a thing for me before. But I think it's like, how often do they go on dates? Like, I don't know. Because it's like, I'm not going to give 100% every single time. Like, I already got you, nigga. You know what I can look like. And like, we're just chilling. But then when you go with your friends every once in a while, yeah, you're going to really like doll yourself up because like you going out into these streets and motherfuckers finna see you. Like, I'm making it sound bad.
Yeah, you are. I'm not going to lie, Lex, because what?
But for real, like,
I just feel like
a one-on-one date versus I could see like an anniversary or like it's a big date night. But if it's just like a run-of-the-mill date that, you know, I don't know.
Let me be for real. It was her boyfriend's, like he was having a big ass event. Like it was like his thing, and like he took his girl to his event to like this is my girl, and he was like she came looking like crazy, and he literally was like
she was looking crazy.
Well, and he was like for real, like when you go out with your girls, like you really put effort into your outfit, but like you coming to my event, like and this like how you dress, and it's like I get it. It comes off as rude. For you to like tell your girl that, but also like, let's be for real. Like, why would you not want to look good for your man?
No, that's definitely worth a conversation. Like, I can see that, but I could also see why it would come to the point where it needed a conversation. Because sometimes it sucks, but sometimes you do got to be reminded. Sometimes we get comfortable.
Yeah.
Sometimes we're like, well, we know he loves me already. I didn't really feel like getting dressed all the way. Like, he'll be okay. But it's like, girl, this is my event. Like, going forward, when we show up for each other's events, we should be putting our best foot forward. So I get him being upset about that.
Yeah.
But
dates too, I'm not gonna lie. Like, if my man is taking the time out to take me on a date, like I'm giving you my best foot forward. Like, cause I'm gonna be real, when I go out with my girls, I'm putting in energy, So it's like, what's the difference?
You know what I'm thinking? Okay.
I feel like there's no difference. Like if we going to brunch, bitch, we coming out in our Sunday's best. Like, let's be fucking for real.
But the thing is too, sometimes that be like for the other girls, like, like you ever, I don't know. When they say you get dressed sometimes because, this bitch can clock if my makeup don't look right. This bitch can clock it. This bitch can clock it. And with niggas, sometimes it's just like, he's gonna think I'm fine regardless. I'm not gonna put in as like.
I feel like that with niggas, random niggas. I don't give a fuck how I'm dressing for random niggas. But like, if this is my nigga, like, and I'm usually getting cute, like if I'm really putting on that shit, I'm about to get fly with my nigga. Like
I'm not doing that every time. I mean, I get it for like special day, not even special days, but let's say like we're really putting an effort to go sit down and have dinner. But sometimes, okay, maybe I'm thinking of date as too general, like
no,
because I used to go out with my ex, and sometimes one night we would go grab food and sit down, but it wasn't like no special occasion. Like,
yeah, I feel like you know when to dress up. Like even
that's what I'm saying. You know when to dress up. I'm not doing it every time, but I know when I need to do it.
Like if we go into the movies, I'm not about to put on a full face of makeup. You know, like I understand that, but I'm sure
or sometimes we're just going to the bar and like
and I get that, but I'm sure like in this context is like when we going out and you supposed to have on heels. You know what I'm saying? You got on sneakers, and it's just like, why you doing that to me?
No,
because like
agree,
let's be real. Like women wouldn't want to go out and they nigga got it's like a. You know, you supposed to wear a specific attire, and my nigga got on sweats and a hoodie, and it's like, why you embarrassing me, bro? Like, let's come on. So I think that's the thing. Like, I feel like if you got a man, if you got a nigga, whether it's been 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, I feel like if your man is taking the time and effort to take you like on a date, like not no movie type shit, but like a real date, dress to your full potential. Like,
I agree.
Let's not get lazy, women, for real, for real.
I'm about saying this is something that women have to hear. She needed to hear that. They I know the podcast you're talking about. They've been together for a long time. Mm-hmm. They're engaged. They done been broke up, back together, broke. Like, so I'm sure she just felt comfortable and was like, well, he'll understand.
Yeah.
And it's like, no.
This one of those times where it's like, even if you was late, I'd rather be late in this situation and come looking fly. You know what I mean? Than just like on time, and it's like, bitch, that's what you decided to put on.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah.
Damn. Okay. So I want the next topic to be, you know, it's holiday season, it's Christmas season. Mm-hmm. Have you been buying gifts? No? Are you doing you're doing gifts for your family and stuff?
Oh yeah, of course. Mom, dad, sister, brother, they getting them. And then we doing our, you know, that's it. Who else? I ain't got nobody else. Shit.
Well, yeah, so I just throughout this time you get gifts from like coworkers, like random gifts from people, and sometimes you get like random, I don't know, not to sound ungrateful, but there's been a time or two where I've gotten gifts where I'm just like I really don't like being gifted alcohol. And I know some people love it. Don't gift me alcohol, don't gift me a bottle, because I'm only a social drinker. I'm not at home drinking. I'm not collecting bottles. If anything, I'll regift it. So it might be a good gift for me so I can regift it to somebody else and put a bow on it. I personally don't like getting gifted alcohol. I also don't like getting gifted any kind of drinkware. I have so many tumblers and shot glass and just don't. And those are the type of things that I feel like people be gifting a lot or whatever. Do you have any that come to mind where you're just like, not my fave?
No, I don't. I've never gotten a gift and I was like, what the fuck is this? Like,
not what the fuck. I definitely
no. Or I'm never like, oh, I'm the fuck. I'm not gonna use this. Like, I pretty much probably put anything to use. Like, and even if it's a liquor, like you said, I don't drink. But those times where it's like, you know, BYOB, I'm like, oh, babe, I got a bottle. You know, or if those times it's like I have a random like night where it's like my bitches pull up and it's like, oh, yo, we got a little bottle, let's take a couple shots, you know. And it's like, no, it's I feel like gifts are like convenience. I make it convenience to me. So it's like I don't even think I ever rewrapped anything. Like I pretty much use, even if it's like a gift, like a cup, I'm probably using that for like my tea or like for anything. I love shot glasses. Like my dad collects shot glasses, so I just add them to his little collection. So
I promise y'all I'm not ungrateful. There was a whole thread. Where somebody was like least favorite gifts and motherfuckers was listing
but
shit.
To your defense, Lex, I'm not a gift giver. So it's like I'm the type, I'll probably gift that to you. You know, like I'm not gonna say thoughtful, but I'm not really that person that's like, you really thought about me. I'm probably the one giving you the bottle of wine.
Let me tell y'all, you've been working on that in 2024. This bitch.
Not really.
We had a Friendsgiving and this bitch goes in the room and pulls out gifts for all of us.
That's different though. That's y'all.
And it was very thoughtful.
I mean, that's y'all though.
I'm wearing one of them.
Oh, that's what you got?
I was actually looked at your neck and I'm like, oh, this bitch ain't wearing her friendship knot. I put it on just for this bitch. I'm not even wearing gold.
I figured we would all wear it to our friends, miss.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I put on my friendship knot. Okay.
I did go all out for Friendsgiving. I'm not
she
gonna
did.
lie.
It got a little sentimental. I was and it was so sweet because it was unexpected. I'm like, oh my God, bitch. That's that big ass bag you brought in.
Yeah. Yeah. She was like, what is that? I don't think I ever answered.
You didn't. You just kept moving. But like people were saying stuff. Like I saw somebody say that they don't like gadgets, like just little gadget. You know, when just those random stuff you find on TikTok or like Temu, like just little gadgets.
Like a phone charger.
I like gadgets. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Like a portable phone charger.
I remember one year at work we did White Elephant, and I think at one point before somebody stole it, I got like, it's this thing that you put on your desk and you put your cup on top of it and it just keeps your coffee warm. Shit like that. I like a little gadget.
I like stuff like that too.
I think the secret to a good gift is to get something that somebody would want, but they wouldn't spend their own money on. So like a towel warmer or some shit like that. Like that's something where, I mean, I see people have it and I'm like, oh, that's cool. I've never been like, let me get a towel warmer. If somebody gifted me a towel warmer, I'd be like, oh, like, cool. Like something like that, like a little foot massager or some shit. I don't know. What do you have a favorite type of gifts to get?
To get or give?
Get.
To get? To like to receive?
Like, do you prefer like gift card? Do you love a gift card? Some people don't like gift cards because they're not thoughtful.
I'll take a gift card. That's why I'm like, I'm really not like, gift giving is not my love language. Like, you don't have to, now, you know, if we together and it's my birthday, I'm not going to say I'm not expecting nothing, but like, I'm expecting something, but it don't have to be nothing extravagant. Like, I swear to God, if you got me a pair of socks, I'll be like, oh, bitch, and it's cold. Like, let me wear these fucking socks my friend gave me. Like, dead ass. So I'm not a picky like gift receiver, and I don't think, like I said, I don't think I'm the greatest gift giver. So
I think I like to give gifts. So I feel like, I don't know. I just
that's probably why you feel like that. Yeah,
because I be putting a lot of thought into it for me to be like, oh, thanks for the bottle of liquor. You ain't never known me to just be sitting around, you know. So like, it just seemed like a quick, easy gift. Yeah. But okay, so if you were in a situation where you were talking to somebody and it was still fairly new, and then for Christmas, let's say they end up getting you this really good, like extravagant gift, would you be uncomfortable?
Very. Are we together or we just started talking? No. Very uncomfortable.
Not just started talking, but like, I don't know.
I need a time frame because it will matter. If we've been talking for 2 years, I'm not going to be that uncomfortable. I'm thinking of
somebody in my head right now that we talked about.
Nah. But because it's different, that's my friend too. Okay. So I think that's different.
But if that wasn't your friend and y'all have just been talking for this long and he just got you an extravagant gift.
I would be uncomfortable because it's like, what is this like? Why are you giving me gifts? Like, are we together?
Feel pressure. I would feel pressure.
So don't give me gifts like that. But like the other situation, I feel like that's totally different because that's kind of like slick. Like y'all get, you know, like a friend just giving me a gift, you know, that I know. But if we just talking, don't be buying me no fucking Louis bag. Like, I swear to God, I would probably give it back to you.
Hey, she said that.
Don't, for
her
real.
Her views do not reflect mine.
Don't, please.
But I
don't.
will say, it does make it seem like, damn, it's gonna be harder to walk away because I don't want a nigga to think, now this nigga gonna think I used him. Ain't nobody tell you to get me that.
Facts.
But yeah, so I feel it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, speaking of gifts.
Yeah, speaking of gifts, I saw this video on TikTok. And basically, and it's like a viral couple. Everybody knows them. It's the Henrys. Like, they're like this huge family. It's a brother, and then both of the brothers are married.
Oh yeah, and the little kids.
Okay. So the husband gifted his wife's best friend his old car. It's, you know, she didn't have a car. She needed a car at the time. She's also the godmother of their kids. She helps out with the kids a lot. And it's kind of like, okay, well, is this an uncomfortable gift? Like, is this doing too much? Has he crossed boundaries? And of course, the girls was in the comments, like, eating them up. Like, that could never be me. Like, how could you allow your man to do this? Mind you, he didn't post it. It was the wife who, like, the reason why we know about it, you know? So it's clear, like, she don't give a fuck, you know? So how do you feel about that? Like, what's your thought process?
It's easy from the outside looking in to be like, the girls commenting, obviously they're coming from a place of like projection, right? So obviously it's like, you know, they think that it's fishy or whatever because why would he be giving your friend? You should probably watch out for that or whatever. It's obviously projection. But But I don't see anything wrong with it. I'm pretty sure he probably talked to his wife about it before he did it. So now I can see if the wife just found out of nowhere that the husband gave it to her. Even then, I can see her getting past it. But like, honey, let's fucking talk about it. But yeah, I don't know. I think that it's a blessing to be able to just, instead of having to trade your car in, to just give it to your children's godparents. Yeah, it's projection.
Yeah, I think it's absolutely projection. And it's like, okay, well, I feel like at that point, I'm very big on family. So it's like, they're technically family to me, like if my best friend is married, like I'm looking at us like we all family, your husband, my brother, so it's like, and honestly, at that time, it's like, if you need anything, bitch, I got you. If y'all, the kids, he need anything, like I got y'all, you know what I mean? So it's like, if you have the opportunity or you're in a position to be able to give like that, what you want to hurt him to give it to a stranger? Does that make you feel more secure?
Yeah.
Why not give it to somebody who really need it? So I definitely think it's projection, insecurities. I feel like a lot of women never just probably been in a secure relationship like that to really accept some shit like that. For real.
And it's the thing we always talk about where you're like, where it's like me versus you, where you're like telling me like, Lex, you're thinking a lot about what's on the internet, but in real life, I think on the internet, a lot of the times we see where situations like that go bad. So I think that's what people are like, oh, we know what that means,
And that's literally what they would say in the comments, like, y'all already know they must be fucking, like, and it's like, well, damn.
Yeah, but I think I would feel different if it was like just my boyfriend, but like my husband, boyfriend is somebody crazy. Locked in or whatever. I feel like you have that's another, when people are talking about like pros and cons of marriages, how there's more cons. One of the pros of marriages, I feel like there's just that sense of security. You feel a lot more sure and like secure in your position in this person's life to where something like that doesn't feel so threatening. Like, could he be doing this? No, it's just that title and that paper and that union that really makes you feel way more secure. So I think that makes it a difference.
Yeah. And who don't love like a thoughtful or like considerate, person, like as a partner.
Now, right. And now if he did something like that, like gave his baby mama his old car, I don't know what I would say. I might end up understanding it somehow, but it's going to be harder for me to get to that. No, she shouldn't worry about that. Bitch, I don't know.
Let me say this. I might feel a type of way if you buy her a car and you expect it to pay the car note, but if you just give her your own car, I'm okay with that. Because I feel like a car note makes it seem like it's still some type of like ties built in.
I don't know. It better be a hoopty. Don't let your old car be.
What if she don't have a car? How's she supposed to get around with the kids? Like, what if she really need a car to get a point A to point B to drop your kids off? And you the one, say you the one that's been doing everything. You've been having to pick the kids up. You've been having to take them to her house, pick them up from her house to take them to your house. She need a way to work. Without her going to work, she can't feed the kids. Say she trying to save up and get one, but it's just she not making it ends meet. And it's like,
I'm going to say, well, baby, let us go ahead and get custody. You can get visitation and you can focus on yourself and we'll take care of the kids 70% of the time.
Y'all bitches do not really be trying to see people win, bro. Because it's like, why you don't want to see your baby mama win? Like, she's taking care of your children. Like, why don't you want to see her be in a position where it's like, it helps not only her, because at this point, I don't give a fuck, bitch. I ain't thinking about you. I'm thinking about my kids. Like, if my kids need something to eat and say I got a work trip, like, how you gonna get around?
You, and I agree with your reasoning. A car, like I get people, you being there for her in other ways. A car, no. I'm sorry, that's just me. But yeah, I don't know. I was gonna say something else, man. It was really gonna add some seasoning on it, but I lost it.
I can do
it, baby. Okay, well, next topic. I was watching something and she kind of was talking about, damn, I wish I remember what I was watching. But basically, I just want to ask you, if you were in a place of your life where you were just super happy, you were content, you had the life you wanted in the city that like everything was just comfortable, but there was this big opportunity that would make you like move away or basically disrupt you living your best life in pursuit of like your best future. What would you do? Basically it's best life versus best future.
So let's just, to make sure I'm understanding, I'm currently, let's just say I'm in Atlanta. I have my job that I've dreamed of.
You're living your best, your job you dreamed of. You're in an amazing
house I
place.
dream of. But
things are great in your love life, your family, but then you get this dream opportunity knocking on your door. And if you take that opportunity, you could really, your future just looks really bright. It will take me
farther than where I am now. Absolutely.
Oh, really?
Absolutely. I was talking to my cousin yesterday, and she just told me how she just started her new career, and they're hiring. My mom, she's like, oh, but they're in Houston. I'm like, I don't care. I don't, like, especially if I don't have kids.
But I'm saying, but what if you were already in a position that you loved? Like right now, it would be easy to say because, But
I feel like if it's a bigger dream than I am now, like if it's my top dream, absolutely. Like absolutely.
Even if you were in like a committed relationship, like everything's great, but now you're just gonna have to leave to go chase this dream, you would go?
If I don't have kids, yeah.
Okay.
If I don't have kids, absolutely, 1,000%.
You're so fearless like that. I wish I could say yeah, but I think that I don't like uncertainties. Like when it comes to, I can be very spontaneous, not when it comes to like finances and stability and stuff like that. I'm not a good risk taker. That's why I've always said like, I don't have an entrepreneur mind. And I think it has to do with my upbringing. There was a lot of like financial like insecurity, sometimes like housing insecurity to where I just really like stability.
Wanna be stable. Yeah, I feel that.
So it's hard for me to like step out and take a chance, especially if everything is great right now. Like I'm happy. It would be very hard for me to just be like, you know what, but let me see if it could be better.
Yeah.
That would be hard for me.
Yeah, no, I feel that. And I'm not going to lie. The reason why I feel like I'm so like, I can be adventurous with stuff like that is because I'm not going to lie. I know, and me and my parents have this conversation. If I were to move and try to do something and I fail, I know 1,000% I could come back and my parents will have my back. Like, I know I could just be like, I guess I got to go back home and like start over. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I have my parents where it's like, not that I'm dependent on them, but let's be real. When you have parents like, and they're able to do that for you, you are going to have some type of like depend on them in a certain way. So it's like, they have my back so much where it's like, it gives me the courage.
But even when it comes to love life, I think I'd be like, I have this amazing person right here. Our relationship is amazing. I've waited for this person. I think I would be too scared to mess that up too.
Yeah, and my mindset is completely different from that. I feel like
you.
Yeah,
I hate how you are.
So like,
if it's meant to be,
it'll
meant to
be.
be.
And I feel like a lot of people are like, I can't do long distance relationships. I can't. I feel like I can. Like I feel like, to me, it would probably better our relationship. Like, it'll give us out. We can travel. I can come there. You can come here. Or like, maybe he has a career where he can move to where I am, you know? So that's why I'm like, if there's not kids involved, I'm so okay with like just picking up my life and moving.
Okay.
Kids will make it hard because it's like you kind of created a foundation. Your kids are like, especially if they're like in that age, it's like 12, like preteen. If they was probably like newborns or like 1 and 2, I'd probably be like, get y'all asses, we moving. But kids do make it hard to just get up and move. So without kids, I ain't gonna lie, bitch, I'm all for it.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Tell us what y'all think. Best life versus best future. What you doing?
But I feel like some people will be like, YOLO. Like, you don't know, you could die tomorrow. Enjoy where you are now. So I get both sides.
It's like when they say, who was it where they say like Icarus flew too close to the sun? Like, I don't know. I'm scared that I would take a risk and then risk throwing. I don't know. It's like I've already said, I'm just a little more.
No, I understand. I get it. Okay, let's get into our segment, Wild or Wild Not. 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 Okay, Wild or Wild Not. In the words of my girl, Meg Thee Stallion, it didn't happen if the dick didn't hit. Wild or Wild Not, bitch?
I'm going to say Wild Not. I'm going to say Wild Not. Or maybe I should say Wild. I'm going to say Wild Not because...
So you don't agree with it? Oh, you agree with it?
I agree with it, but like I'm gonna remix it. Like,
yeah,
it didn't happen if I decided it didn't happen.
Period.
And sometimes I decide to count trash dick.
Period.
Like, bitch, I had him first. It was trash, but
feel it.
Bitch, I had that little dick first. Like, don't fuck.
That's fair. Like, that's not wild to me. I'm not gonna lie. Like, if the dick didn't hit, like, if you didn't come, if I didn't come, or if like it just was trash, I'm not gonna lie, it's not hitting. It's not
coming
counting.
And not hitting isn't the same thing
to me. I mean, it
have
could
you
be
ever
two
had
different scenarios
where you didn't come but it was still amazing?
I mean,
I've had plenty
but
of
I'm
sex.
saying,
like,
I'm saying it could still correlate sometimes.
Okay.
Like, it might just be that trash. I didn't come, like, and to me, the dick was trash. Like,
I done accidentally came on some trash dick.
That's crazy. How?
You get in that spot, bitch. I think I was like up on a stool.
So what made it trash? He didn't know what he was doing, or like it wasn't a good size?
The intimacy part was awkward. Like the kissing was awkward.
Okay.
The talking, I felt like he was talking how he thought he should talk to seem like dominant, but it just wasn't. It wasn't in it. You know, when niggas just start saying shit like, yeah, you like this dick.
Yeah.
It didn't even sound right coming from, like, what are you doing right now?
Do you like this dick? Golly. Like,
yeah, turn that ass around for that. I'm like, whose dick is this?
Not yours, nigga.
But I'm turned around with my knee on my knees in this stool, and he's behind me, so he really hitting that spot. And it's like, and then he bragged. I was mad because now this nigga Brad had your legs shaking. Nigga was
made her screaming.
I don't know why you're not answering my calls no more. The way I had your leg. Oh, you probably just scared of good dick. Shut the fuck up, nigga. You caught me slipping, bitch. Oh.
You caught me on the best day ever.
I was backed up. Oh, ass nigga. What the fuck? Oh my god, yeah.
That's funny, but no, I'm not gonna lie, bitch. I agree. Like, I completely agree. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I had a nigga in college. You remember?
Okay.
And it was my freshman year.
You done had all the 5 niggas in your life. I'm like, who? Freshman year?
Ex.
Fine ass nigga? Okay, no.
No, not here. No, I'm playing. But no, like, this is actually like, I ain't gonna say boyfriend, but slick boyfriend. The dick was so fucking trash. I be forgetting we dated sometimes. Yes. It was so bad. Like, I really just be forgetting. I'm like, damn, that nigga is on the roster, but I don't count him.
Oh, we're gonna have to talk after this. I can't even.
But yeah, Meg, I'm not gonna lie, bitch. You spoke. You said some shit then.
That's what everybody mad at her about. Gayle King. I mean,
why would you count Tori? Like, what
she
the fuck? I'm gonna lie about that nigga
song, too. If the dick wasn't hitting, it didn't happen. And also, like, it's embarrassing to get shot by a nigga you let fuck.
Facts.
I might have accidentally lied too. The fuck? I'm gonna be proud of that. Yeah, I fucked him. Then he thought it was okay to shoot me. Like, what the fuck?
Mitch, y'all done asked me about a couple niggas I done lied about. We just gonna keep it there.
Okay, all right. So I was reading this article and it was just, I was like, oh, so that's what I've been feeling. So there's this term called limerence. Have you ever heard of it?
I don't know. Explain, baby.
Okay, so let me just put what they put. So it was coined in 1979. So it's nothing new, but people are starting to talk about it more. I feel like it's going to be like the new gaslighting type thing. But it was coined in 1979 by a woman named Dorothy Tenov. I just want to make sure you get your credit, girl. She probably dead. No, never mind. Probably not. I don't know. It describes a state of mind where someone is obsessively infatuated with another person and is constantly thinking about them to a point where it impacts their daily life.
Okay.
I think I've been in limerence.
You absolutely have.
So many times.
Absolutely.
Bitch. And like, it was obsessive. Like,
you doing better. I feel like you've gotten better though.
Oh yeah, bitch, I had one body all year. Like, I'm sad about it, but also, like, if y'all knew me, like...
the old legs.
Man.
Yeah, that was a time. I used to live through you, bruh. Yeah. Like, I literally used to be like, Lex, tell me about the new date. Like, how was it? Because, bitch, it was a time where I was, like, not talking to nobody. Like, I wasn't fucking with nigga, and I was literally, like, so, like, Lex, tell me about this nigga. Okay, what was the date like?
Yeah, I feel burnt out. Not like my coochie, y'all, but just like feelings wise. Because when I decide I like a nigga, I fixate.
Yeah, you invested.
I'm obsessed with them. Like, I am just so into them. So absolutely. I was reading this and I was like, oh my God, I be thinking shit is love. and it's limerence. Okay, so the duration of limerence was found to be on average between 18 months and 3 years. Makes sense. I've been obsessed with one nigga in particular. It's wearing off, but
Bore.
no.
Oh,
you know.
Gotcha.
Why would you say bore?
I don't know. Because he was the first one.
No, CH was the first one. That was limerence to the 10th degree. It was bad. It was bad. Yeah, that was really bad. That was really fucking bad.
Honestly, that might have been worse. The worst one.
No, it was. Yeah. It was for sure the worst one.
That was
and now I'm like
one.
disgusted by the nigga.
Because I think in that one you were naive. I feel like the recent one, you know better. I feel like you kind of, like you might act like you don't know, but bitch, you be knowing like really what's up for real, for real. But that one, I feel like you really was
it was bad. It was bad. Okay, so there's 5 reasons why it can last so long, and I just want to go through the 5 reasons. So one of them is intermittent reinforcement, and it's crazy because he who shall not be named, this is really what it was. So basically, if a person is if the person being limerent towards occasionally reciprocates the limerent person's feeling, so if he who shall not be named occasionally reciprocates my feelings, then it kind of reinforces and intensifies the interactions because there's like this hope and it keeps the person hooked.
I can see that.
And so like
that's how you be.
Yes. Where I'm like, no, but he's saying he loves me too.
Yeah.
He loves me too. Like, no, but today he did something super sweet, so I know he feels the same way. And it keeps you hooked, even though 80% of the time you can tell, like, bitch, this nigga
not fucking with you.
Right. Yeah. Like, girl, just move on. It's not what you think it is. So the next one is idealization, where basically you put somebody up on a pedestal. They seem perfect. I don't know what I saw in CH. Looking at him now, I'm like, what was I obsessed with? But when you're deep in it, like that nigga just seems like that nigga. Like to me, he was that nigga, girl. There's fantasy and rumination. So you're constantly thinking about it. You're having these fantasies in your head. To this day, I have fantasies about, oh boy. It's just
who we shall not name.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's the fantasies like? Being married with kids?
No.
Oh.
It's way more pathetic than that.
Oh.
It'll
like
be
being in the kitchen and he grab your waist and like you turn around and you cook it and
no, but
kids.
It'll be, I have 2 now. When I'm driving, I'm listening to songs. If it's like a melodic song, like a singing song, I have this ongoing daydream where I just so happen to be at like Cat's Cafe or like somewhere where like people are like, oh, and we have the amazing Lex in the building. And then I'm just kind of like, no, they put the spotlight on me. And then I get up there like, okay, let me sing. Now I'm singing Coco, Here We Go. And in the crowd, he just so happens to be there with a date. But he's just mesmerized with my singing. And now I'm kind of singing to him, but I'm crying. And he's just like, oh my God, she's so good.
We listen and we don't judge.
I'm not going to tell you the second one.
No, you got to.
The second one.
Can't be worse than that.
Yeah, that was bad. And sometimes it'd be like, I don't know why they would need a singer at a comedy show. The second one, fuck the topic. The second one is I'm in the club in a section.
What's the song?
Sometimes I'm like with a new nigga. Sometimes I'm with my friends, but I'm just, damn it. I ain't had shit fly out my face in a minute, bitch. I got excited.
Oh, God.
Oh, I gotta adjust. And so I'm in the club. I don't know if I'm with it. Sometimes I'm with a new nigga doing like a little like twerk or a dance, or I'm with my friends. But Young Thug comes on, and it's like one of our songs.
Y'all make eye contact rapping,
and we make eye contact across and I'm just like, oh my God. And so I'm like twerking on this new, and I don't even know how to dance like that in real life. But in my daydream, bitch, I'm fucking.
You killing
it up.
that shit up. You
I'm
killing that shit.
Fucking it up, bitch.
You killing it. I already know.
Like, that's Tiana Taylor. Now
like, how she getting a move like
my
that?
My waist a little smaller, my booty a little bigger in the daydream. Or like, but sometimes it'd be like across the room, it'd be one of his friends like, hey bro, ain't that whole girl like, damn, she bad. And at first I don't even notice him. Like, I'm just having the time of my life with my friends. At you. Like, we twerking and
laughing.
Shit. And then I turn, I'm like, oh my God. And I'm still twerking.
Don't look at me.
So yeah, fantasy.
Okay, because you have an interesting mind.
And then there's the lack of closure. That's the reason number 4 of why it can last 3 years. And then just underlying attachment factors. If you're just naturally an anxious attachment person, which I am, you're probably gonna have problems with limerence when it comes to like love connections. Yeah, y'all. Long story short, sometimes it's not love. I need to be telling myself. Sometimes it's not love. It's just limerence. Like, just give it some time to wear off. Like, girl, you ain't love that nigga.
Facts.
So
I wonder if I've ever been in limerence.
I doubt it. I can't see. Maybe with your ex in high school, but I don't know. But that was reciprocated. Y'all were actually a couple, so never mind.
In high school or college?
I'm in college.
Oh.
So never mind. That was reciprocated. Y'all were together.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I ever been that thrown off.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
Listen.
I'm just kidding. Okay. Let's get into our last topic. Promise ring. You've been seeing like the little rings on TikTok, like these little
fidget rings.
Yeah, maybe that's what it's called, but it's like you can only get one ever in a lifetime.
Oh, never mind.
Okay, so I don't know the name of it. I probably should have looked it up, but it had me thinking about because they're basically like promise rings. So it had me thinking like I've been seeing all of these posts of like men getting their girlfriends promise rings at this big age.
No, it's lame.
30. Okay,
wild.
Lame. Promise rings are definitely.
Nigga, just give me a ring.
Yeah, I agree.
Don't call it a promise ring.
You either want to marry me or you don't. Like at 30, what the fuck are we promising?
And I thought promise rings were like we vow to not have sex or didn't that used to be?
I think it could be whatever you like intend on it to be. Like it depends. I feel like it depends on like if it's a religion, like religious, like spiritual. I think it depends on what you want the promise ring to mean.
I'm sure it can be very sweet, but I will say if a nigga told me he got me a promise ring, and let's say it's a nigga that like, I don't know, I'm gonna feel like he playing with me.
Yeah, facts. I agree. I feel like don't get me a ring at all if we're just together and it's not like I'm okay with jewelry, like a necklace or a little bracelet, whatever, but don't fucking give me a promise. I feel like if we like 16, that's different, but like at 31, 32, how old are we? 31?
I used to want a promise ring so bad.
Really?
Yes, I rock your promise ring.
Yes, I rock your promise. Yes, I rock your promise
Sometimes
ring.
a girl needs to know that she's appreciated for all the things she does.
That's my shit.
Yeah.
That's my shit. Okay.
I used to want one so bad. I did back in the day, probably because of that song. But now, I don't know. I would probably look at some.
I would judge you. I'm like, nigga, you lame as fuck. Like, okay, what does this mean? Like, what does this look like? Like, what do you want me to promise you that I'm not gonna talk to niggas? Because I can't promise that without a fucking real ring. Like, let's be for real. So yeah, that shit whack. I ain't gonna lie.
And I'm definitely not telling my friends that he got
he got me a promise ring. Like, what the fuck, bitch? I'm judging. I'm judging like off back. Sorry.
Damn, y'all.
Yeah.
If you got her a promise ring for Christmas, nigga, think again.
Please do. I mean, if you like 21, I'm okay. But if you fucking 28.
Promise rings are either it's like the chastity thing or it's like we're long distance, so we promise not to fuck somebody else. So I mean, I can see like college. Yeah, like you said, 21 college. Maybe we're long distance. I went off to college and... but no, as a 31-year-old woman.
Yeah, absolutely not.
No, I don't
absolutely not. Because I would have questions like, okay, do I get a ring every, like, what is this, 6 months, every year?
And like, imagine a nigga gets a girl a promise ring. He don't even think he gonna marry her. What are we doing?
That's what I'm saying. I feel like if you give me a promise ring, you don't see marriage. You just trying to, like, keep me locked in with you.
Don't give me a promise ring. Get my name tatted.
That don't mean shit either. I've been there, done that. That don't mean shit.
Okay. So, well, let's get into these movies and books and shit. I saw this movie called The Substance. Have you heard of it? People have been talking about it. It's a scary movie.
Oh no, definitely haven't heard it.
And they kept saying it was the best scary movie of the year. It was really good. It was so different. It was kind of like cosmetic horror. I don't know if that's what you call it, but it's like this genre where like it has to do with like the obsession of like staying young and staying youthful, and it's like it's just this. I feel like this is like this genre that's really starting.
Age of Adeline.
I'm just kidding. Oh, Blake Lively?
Yeah, where she stayed young. I love that movie.
But it was really good. 10s across the board. It was funny. So I saw that. Like I said, I've been going to the library, so I've been reading some books, a lot of like dystopian books. I've reading one called The Office of Mercy, and basically it's kind of like hundreds of years in the future after humans have kind of fucked up the world, and basically they all live on these settlements and just shit. I like shit like that. So yeah.
Okay. I'm binge watching. Y'all gonna be so proud of me. It's new shows. The Perfect Couple.
Oh, on Netflix. That was good.
And then The Ultimatum. I started it.
Yes, the new season.
Yes. So like when I be with my sister, she be watching it. So like I haven't really just sat there and binged it, but I'm definitely like well up to like that shit is good. So
that one nigga, the fine one, is corny as fuck.
Which one? Because it's two of them.
No, the fine one.
Is he fine?
The one who I would say is
not
fine.
the one with braids.
The tall, muscular one, who just is so obsessed with himself.
Oh yeah. He not fine, but I could see it.
Yeah.
I
feel like he's objectively fine. I don't know if I would have seen him and been like, ooh, I want that one. But I think he's objectively, I think it's safe to say that a woman would think that he's attractive.
See, and this with my toxicity, because he look gay. I'm going to just say it. He look gay. But, that's just me. But, I mean, he's he's definitely interesting. Like
all the black girls are beautiful.
Beautiful.
Oh, my God.
I mean, gorgeous. Yeah. Like... And that just goes to show, like, looks really don't matter because these niggas be playing in them bitches' faces, bruh. I be like, this
especially
bitch is beautiful.
His bitch, I'm like, she's like...
drop dead gorgeous.
She's gorgeous. She seems driven. She's classy. Like, she ain't acting out like all the other... Like, I'm like, you really got wifey type right here and you playing in her face. I'm like, girl, leave him. What the fuck you doing with this nigga, bitch?
I'm curious to know
you better than him. You better than me.
Bitch, you better than me.
Like,
you
shit.
better than me. But you remember that season when it was a couple and they couldn't even last the second? That shit was funny. She ended up being pregnant by him. That shit was crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is pretty much all I'm watching right now.
Okay. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
All right, guys. So last but not least, we're going to get into these MySpace songs. And if MySpace was a concept in 2024, it's still not too late to bring it back. On my profile this week, it's easy. It's easy. It's easy, so easy. It's just been so long since we recorded. Why would it be Luther?
I don't know.
You talking about from Kendrick?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant Vandross. Like,
I mean, I had a Luther Vandross.
That's on my bitch. I'm not you. Why would you think I'm Luther Vandross? But no, actually.
We almost done, y'all.
I would have definitely did something off of GNX because I have been I think Gloria is better than Luther. I really like that Gloria song too. But no, this Friday JMSN, I wonder if they pronounce it Jimson, but it's JMSN. They came out with a remix to this song called Soft Spot and featuring Sada Baby.
That's your move.
Girl, I love me some Casada. Please. That's the only reason I was talking to that Detroit nigga. I was trying to get close to you. Nigga,
not you. He was from Detroit?
Yeah.
I cannot see you talking to a Detroit nigga, but...
And then he got on the voice messages and I'm like...
The voice?
No, it didn't sound like it. I was like,
was it like cat nigga?
It wasn't like cat nigga. It wasn't giving... No. But it was... It wasn't giving Detroit.
Okay.
But yeah.
I got 2 songs. I'm trying to pick though. Okay. I'm going to do... Damn, it's so good. So J. Cole finally put Friday Night Lights on Apple Music, and that album is so nostalgic to me. Like
I've been seeing you listen to it.
Yes, it just gives me just like, just like back in the day vibes. So Too Deep for the intro. I'm not gonna lie, like that's just been on rotation, like on repeat. That one, and then I am gonna do 2. So whichever one you want to put on the page you can, but Heart Part 6 GNX is, I mean, y'all know I'm a 90s girl, so that that song really like is giving me
GNX got some good ones. Squabble up.
Yeah, I mean Kendrick did his thing, but the only thing is just giving y'all, we not getting no album from Drake no time soon, and I'm very disappointed in that. Like,
I was about to say, okay.
I'm disappointed. Okay. Like, as much, and I'm not even a Kendrick girl, but like, I'm not gonna lie. The last 2 albums, the nigga been fucking doing his thing. And and to his defense, I never really listened to his music. So maybe he always been doing his thing, you know? But these last two have just been like the top for him. So it's just I feel like it's forcing us to listen to him. And it's like, damn. But I ain't never gonna like not speak on my nigga Drake. You know what I'm saying? So we ready, baby. You ain't lose no fans. I'm telling you, like, you ain't lost not one fan. You drop an album, you still gonna have the same amount of plays as before. Like, niggas is not, we not on no old fuck Drake type shit. Like, we ready for you. We been ready. We been waiting. Like, niggas been every Friday having their phone out. I've been ready 12 a.m. waiting for your shit to drop. And the shit is not dropping.
Yeah.
And I'm really sad about the shit.
I'm sorry, he gonna drop at Party Next Door. That's what he said at his
he did say that, and I'm
like,
okay
nigga,
with that.
Yeah, I love it.
I'm okay.
Yeah, Party last album was great. I'm fucking with it. Like,
shout out to my nigga Party Next Door. Like, but you know, it is what it is. So yeah. Anything else you want to give the people? We know it's been a minute, y'all. We sorry. Life been lifing. But yeah.
Yeah,
we're
gonna try to have some new stuff for y'all 2025. Not at the top of 2025.
So don't be January. Might be April or some shit. But I don't know.
Yeah, man. Our next episode, I'm gonna make sure this bitch brings some decorations. She misses claws in this bitch. And I'm gonna
be ready next time, but I couldn't today.
We gonna set the vibes. Yeah, we gonna set the vibes. It also has to be like our New Year's show, I feel like.
Oh yeah, Christmas and New Year's.
Yeah, so
absolutely.
We'll see y'all next week.
Yes, but thank y'all again for tuning in I ain't gonna say every week, but you know, when we do drop, we appreciate y'all for listening. You know, make sure y'all do what y'all supposed to do. Comment, like, subscribe on YouTube, subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. Go ahead, make sure y'all leave a comment. You know, we like feedback, whether it's good or bad. Like, you know, we ain't gonna judge. If y'all want to give us feedback, you know, saying we be coming on here like lying, talking shit, or whatever it is y'all want to say, we gonna accept it. So do what y'all do. Make sure y'all follow our Instagram, Women's Intuition, IN2ITION, and we gonna see y'all next week.
Peace out.
Bye.